And his subject was encouraging growth in the Scottish economy. And it was held, as I say, in front of a couple of broadcast news agencies and a whole bunch of sycophants from civil society who must have been hand-picked to come along and agree with him. And thank you so much, Mr. First Minister, for that very interesting speech that I'm sure many of us agree with, you know, that kind of stuff. And you're like, what the? Oh man. Oh man. You know, nobody bothered to address the fundamentals of what he was talking about. So he's talking about growth. Nobody asked him, what do you mean, Mr. Swinney? What do you mean, Mr. Swinney? I'm here from Scotland for more money into my organisation. What do you mean when you say growth? Nobody bothered to ask him that because, you know, growth as an economic measurement has lots of different measurements and they're measured different ways. And you can have gross domestic product, which is the commonly accepted means of growth. It's adding up all the goods and services that are produced in the country in 1 year and seeing how that differs percentage-wise from last year's figure. There's that. There is also growth as measured by gross domestic product per head of the population. Now, that's a more interesting and more meaningful measure, but an even better measure is income per head. Is your income rising year on year? And if it's not rising, if it's staying static, or in fact, it's getting less in relation to everything else, then that's very bad. Okay, so GDP can sometimes be rising, but your income per head is not. And it's that latter measurement that is the only sensible measurement for anybody who's interested in the matter. So he didn't mention what type of growth he's talking about. So what that says is he's essentially talking about GDP, gross domestic product, the least satisfying measure of growth and the least accurate as far as your personal income is concerned.